Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, from Valley of the Fires, New Mexico. This is a BLM campground, and that is lava you're looking at out there, that black stuff. And that occurred or showed up here about 5,000 years ago. And it's about 44 miles long, and the width is 2 to 5 miles. Average depth is 45 feet. The deepest point they think is about 165 feet, and it covers 127 square miles. But it is a BLM campground, recreation area with water and electric. They also have showers and restrooms and stuff. And they also have a little store down here where you can get some gifts and stuff, but I'm kind of doing a 360, and that would be facing almost east. And then we come around here to north. And there's my little old Chevy Spark over there. And we go on around. But this lava flow was not like a mountain, a volcano. What happened was there was a fracture in the earth and released all this melted rock and formed this lava flow. But anyway, let's go take a walk around there. I want to go see the old tree. This is some lava right there. And there's an old collared lizard. He's been there like that for about 35 years. But anyway, let's go take a walk, guys. It's you got to go down. You see what I mean? I got me a sody, and I'm actually kind of checking the mic out too. Why? Because I ain't got nothing to do, guys. There goes a guy in a road trek looking thing. Not too many RVs here. The park is, I'd say, at best 40% full. So it's about a mile walk to make this loop all the way around, and we're going to do it because I want to go see that old tree, that old gnarly juniper tree that I talk to every time I'm here. And be careful when you're here in, I don't know, I'd say from May through October, until it cools down, because they got black-tailed rattlesnakes here, and they're here. Not a lot, but I mean, I've seen, I don't know, 2 or 3 in all the times I've come here, which is several. But it's just a beautiful place, man. You got a beautiful view. Sometimes it can be really windy, and that's good and bad. It's good it's good in the sense that the no-see-ums can't get to you. But it's bad because, it's just, it's not pleasant walking around when the wind's blowing you down. But right now it's okay. If it takes about 6 miles an hour wind, 8 miles an hour to keep the no-see-ums off. That's a little bitty biting fly thing. It's a micro, you can't hardly see them. That's why they call them no-see-ums. But yeah, we're just going to take a leisurely walk. This will probably take about, I don't know, till I get through. But if you're ever in the area, it's near Carrizozo, New Mexico. It's about 4 miles out of Carrizozo, the little town in New Mexico. And not too far from Ruidoso, probably 30 miles, 20 miles from Capitan, New Mexico. Right now the temperature, let's see, what's the date? It's June the 5th, I think. And the temperature is probably 75 degrees. It's about 10 a.m. And so you see we're kind of come down a little bit here. That's where I was. And they've got these sighting devices here. If you look through those tubes, they're aimed at a little high point over there where the lava flow started. But we'll cruise on around here. I've been here several times, and rarely do I see anyone on the trails. I think there's one couple here this morning. But we're just gonna, it's a beautiful walk, man. I've already walked for about 30 minutes over in Capitan this morning. I went down and got me some lettuce and a tomato. I'm gonna make me some tacos for lunch. Got me some good ice soda. Life ain't too bad, babe. But whenever you're walking around here, kind of check the ground every now and then. Because what happens, this asphalt warms up, and on cool mornings, these cold-blooded snakes come out and lay there to warm up. And you can't hardly see them. They got a pretty good disguise. We'd be facing south now. I'll have to stop and change hands every now and then. And I'm not walking fast. Hand change. Okay. Everything out here has thorns on it. I'm telling you. They have a lot of little plaques along the path to kind of keep you up to speed on what you're seeing. I'm not going to stop and read them because there's several. Basically, you're in a lava flow that occurred several thousand years ago, and I wasn't here to witness it. Air's fresh, nice cool morning. Couldn't be a better time to do this. In July and August, it can be a little warm. But if you get up early, the mornings are cool, the afternoons warm up, and then about 4 p.m. it gets hot, or 3. I think I'll go down the trail backwards. Why? Because I want to get to that old gnarly tree and say good morning to it. Gnarly, G-N-A-R-L-Y. Check it out. That crunching sound is me eating the ice. I think there's a total of 3 people here this morning. There's one guy, looks like there's a guy over there without a shirt, and then there's a guy and his wife here. But being out here without a shirt on and no hat, let me tell you folks, out here you want a hat on, long sleeves, and long pants. If you want to get a suntan, do it somewhere else. This is the Malpais, Malpais, M-A-L-P-A-I-S, but that basically means, I think, like the Badlands, or bad land, not bad in the sense like bad cowboys. It's just, you can't grow anything. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a fly. One fly, and guess where he is? Circling me. Yep. And these flies are biting flies out here. So when they stop making their little flying noise, it means they found something to eat. You. I'll change hands again up here at this little booth. But yeah, it's pretty good. I'll turn around here and let you see some of it. All that old black lava. Isn't that amazing? And there's caves up under there because there's like air bubbles under the lava when it was cooling. It trapped air in there, so there's caves in there. And there's a lot of little squirrels and mice that live out there, and that's why the snakes are here, because they've got an abundant food supply. Amazing that something can live out there, but not only do they live, they thrive. Here's a little rest thing. I'm gonna set my sody down and change hands. We always bring plenty of water out here, guys. You'll never regret it. You know, I'm going to pick that one up and move it. That one's in the wrong place. Here's a little, see that little squirrel there? You might be able to see it on that rock. They're like little chipmunks, you know, they're not very long. How you doing? Pretty good. There's a little chipmunk on that lava rock right there.
Was it a chipmunk?
Yeah. But
I saw a little lizard scurrying around.
Yeah, there's all kind of stuff out here, man. It's amazing. Yeah, it's all the life around is quite amazing. Where are you from?
Tampa, Florida.
Tampa, Florida. Boy, you have found heaven, haven't you?
Great. Where are you from?
I live in Capitan, 20 miles from here. I do now. I lived in Texas most of my life.
Well, enjoy.
Yeah, you too, man. See, he's from Tampa, Florida, so he's dressing like he does in Tampa, which is fine. You know, you got to learn the hard way. Gotta learn. Yeah, the old gnarly tree's about 2 or 3 minutes ahead. You know, if this walkway wasn't here, we'd be walking in that. Oops. I mean, that might be a little difficult, you know. And I'm sure, because this thing's 100 miles long or whatever I said it was earlier, you know, you had to go around this. You know, you can't take a horse across this. Or a wagon. You know, this is a major detour here if you were headed from east going west. I mean, a major detour. Yeah, there's no way you could, walking across that would be almost, well, you could, but, well, never mind. You better have some good shoes. The old gnarly tree. What I'm amazed about is that there's plants growing there. It never rains here, man. I mean, somehow they must be able to, those plants must be able to live on a half a drop of water a year. And then you go down in these sinkholes here, or whatever the hell this is, and there'll be all kinds of stuff down there, man. I mean, this thing is covered with desert vegetation. An old gnarly tree up here that's been here over 400 years, Uh, you know, he came in as a seed when this was, well, basically lava, and somehow that little seed found fertile turf out here in this rock. But what happens is, I'm sure, when it does rain 1/10 of an inch, some of that water accumulates in pools under this lava in little caves, and somehow these plants are able to access that and live happily ever after. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Isn't this interesting, though? What a way to live. You know, I mean, here I was in Capitan, little old town, 1,600 people, about 20 miles from here. And I drive 20 minutes, and here I am walking around in a lava flow. And you come here on a 2-lane highway, hardly any traffic at all. And it's just nice, man. I don't know why they took all their, I think that's cholla right there, that cactus cholla. But anyway, they've taken down some of their signs. I don't know why. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. See, here's an old gnarly tree here, but this one I believe is officially dead. This old boy here, but you never know, that thing could be 300 years old. Hear that locust? Those things can be so noisy, they'll keep you awake. Let me kind of turn around and let you see what's happening. Yeah, we were up there where that building on the hill was. That's where we started. And now we've made all this regress or progress, depending on your point of view. Is it half full or half empty? Yeah, some places it's 165 feet thick. You see that little shaded cave looking thing there? You can bet that there's some animals that find that very handy during the heat of the summer. See, here's another cave over here. Goes up in there. You can see where people have walked down there to go check it out. Yeah, we'll go in there and find old Mama Panther with some kittens. Here's old Gnarly. This is the juniper tree. All right, let's see if I can tell you a little bit about it here. It's hard to read. It says over 400 years ago, a tiny juniper seed dropped into a crack in this lava. It turned out to be an ideal place to grow. So what we've got here is my old, how you doing there, old tree? Old gnarly tree. This old tree is over 400 years old. So let's guess 400 years ago would have been 1622. And what was going on in 1622 around here? Probably some of the Spaniards were traveling across here. Catholics converting Indians and Indians converting Catholics. And that's old Gnarly. 400 years old. Yeah, look at the trunk. You can see where it comes out over here. That's the base of the tree. It goes down into these rocks over here and somehow has come out, branched out, and survived. Now this branch here ain't doing too good. No. The center branch, this one right here, is doing moderate. Now that other branch that comes out under it and goes over there is doing fine. This is doing fine. So this old tree is still here with us. And ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to do is I'll probably end the video here. Why? I don't know. Because you've seen about all there is to see. And you probably heard enough from me, huh? There's my old friend the locust. You know, if you lived out in the desert far enough, like out here somewhere, sooner or later you would become so accustomed to those sounds that whenever they changed or varied a little bit, you would know that there was something disturbing the force around you. And that's where the Native Americans, the Aboriginal people, had such an advantage over the white man and others that were moving west hundreds of years ago, because they weren't in tune with all of that, whereas the other people were. That's where they lived. Does that give you an advantage? Well, in one respect it does. Of course, you know, because you're not technologically advanced society with weapons and stuff, well, you come out on the short end of the stick. But having said that, ladies and gentlemen, from Valley of the Fires, Bureau of Land Management Campground near Carrizozo, New Mexico, this is old gnarly tree, over 400 years old, and my Sodi, and me saying, thumbs up, guys, enjoy your Sunday. Thumbs up, carpe diem. Carpe diem means seize the day in Latin. Carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything you want, anytime. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all of my videos. Why? Doesn't cost you a penny. Just click on the link, go to Amazon. Do what you want to do. Yeah, it's a beautiful day, guys, and I hope the sound came out a little better on this video. We'll see. I mean, there's not much wind, but I did want to try the external mic and, you know, see if the sound is synced.